guys, for today's video I'll be showing you how I make a closure wig on a sewing machine. So I'm using a 22-inch blockhead and also using a beige mesh dome cap. You can get these on Amazon. So when placing your dome cap on the blockhead, you need the part with the V that should be at the back of the blockhead, and the part with the two lines that should be placed at the front. So the reason for using a beige mesh dome cap instead of a black mesh dome cap, it's because we will be working with 613 bundles today. Normally, if you're working with black bundles, you would use a black mesh dome cap. But because we're working with blonde bundles today, we're using a beige mesh dome cap, so it has a more natural effect. So this is what your blockhead should look like after properly securing the mesh dome cap. So now you want to place your closure to the front of the dome cap. And when you're placing your closure to the front of your dome cap, you should always place it at least a 1/4 inch away from the front of the hairline. So as you can see there, it's a 1/4 inch away, and you use your T-pins to secure that closure down so it don't shift. So you want to secure it in the middle and the two sides. So now we're going to secure the back of the closure. So in order to ensure that it's super flat, we're going to stretch it across and then you place it down. And then you use your T-pins to secure it to the head of the blockhead. So now I'm gonna sew my closure down. It doesn't matter how you sew it. You can just sew it any way you feel comfortable sewing it, because we're gonna go over it with the sewing machine. So it really doesn't matter as long as it's sewn down and it's not gonna be lifting from the head. So guys, I know some people, they choose to sew their closure last, but it's totally up to you, whichever way works. My personal preference, I choose to do it first because when I'm done sewing on the sewing machine, I just want to be done. Also, guys, if you notice when I'm sewing my closure on the wig cap, I start sewing from the middle. You don't want to start from the end. You want to start in the middle and you go around to the front, and then you start in the middle again, and then you go to the other end. I just want to take the time out to tell you guys thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? You need to subscribe right now and hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload any new content. And speaking of content, you guys, leave in the comment section below. Let me know the type of content you want to see. And also, let's be friends. Follow me on Instagram, my personal Instagram page. It's at The Great Tay, and my business page, it's at _dash_27. And if you're interested in ordering any custom wigs, you can check out my website. It's www.dash27.com. So this is what it looks like after we sew our closure down. As you can see, it's flat, it's not going anywhere, and now it's time to draw our lines to create our guidelines on the wig cap. So I always start with retracing the first line that's on the dome cap, and for my other lines, they're normally a thumb apart from each other. So now you guys, we're gonna sew our tracks to the dome cap using the sewing machine. As you can see, my tracks are already doubled. So if you want to know how to double your tracks, I'll leave a link in the description below. I have another video, a very detailed video showing that. So let's get right to it. You put the track on top of the dome cap, and then you place your needle down and you can start sewing. Whenever you're sewing, you guys, you wanna back stitch at least twice, and then we can start sewing. And always ensure the area that's being sewn, it remains flat, you guys. You don't want it to be bundled up together, and also try to avoid stretching the cap while sewing. So just kind of I always try to use my right finger to secure the track to the wig, and then I use my other hand just kind of like keep the area flat. Okay, you guys, and then you just continue sewing, and when you're at the other end, you back stitch maybe like twice, or you can do it 3 times. It's up to you. And you cut your bundle, and then you do another stitch, and you are done. So then you want to repeat this step. You do your back stitch when you're just starting, and then you just continue sewing going right across. And as you can see, I am ensuring that the area that's being sewn, always ensure that it's flat. Always ensure that it's flat, because if it's bundled up, the wig won't fit when you're done sewing. So just always ensure the area is flat, guys. That's the key thing. So now you guys, we're now sewing our final track, and this can be very tricky. So when you're sewing your final track, always ensure the track is sitting very closely beside the closure, and you want to stitch the closure and the final track together. As you can see, my hand is blocking a little bit. I'm so sorry, but that's what I'm doing here. So you want to ensure that the needle is going in between the track and the closure, because you want to stitch the closure down and the track at the same time. And just to let you guys know, my final track, it's not doubled. I just used a single track. I didn't double my final track. It's my personal preference. I find the wigs are more flat when I do it this way, but if you want to double your final track, you can do it that way as well.